So I just want to get a couple things off my chest. Sometime in 2014, I think around the fall, that freaking retarded show Gotham started on TV. I watched the pilot and like 2 episodes after that. Shit sucks, man. It's like, it doesn't matter if you're a Batman fan or not. The show's a pile of shit. So, like, when this stupid ass show was announced, I've been against it from the start. It's like, no one gives 2 freaking shits about Jim freaking Gordon. Shows how not to watch a show about his ass. In the freaking 60s, the only reason Jim Gordon was even present was to freaking call Batman and Robin. That's it. And the dumbass was in the police headquarters with the other stupid ass cop. They get a freaking riddle to solve and was like, you know who this means, don't you? What do? They call Batman and Robin because no dumbasses can't handle the crime. That's it. It doesn't do anything. It don't make him nothing special, nothing. That was in the freaking 60s. Like, they understood why that no one gives a shit about Jim Gordon in the 60s. For some reason, these morons on freaking Fox think that hardcore Batman fans are going to want to see a shitty show about Jim Gordon saving Gotham and all this other bullshit. I don't think so. Like, the one thing that gets on my freaking nerves is the fact they're trying to make him a Batman wannabe character. They ruined his character in like the first 3 episodes, by the way. And as you watch it even more, it gets even freaking worse. It gets even worse. I don't know how it's possible, but it has. It's gotten even freaking worse. So it's gotten to the point where I just stopped freaking watching it, and you know what? I don't miss it. There's nothing to freaking miss. The show is ass, just like freaking Smallville was. Couldn't think of it. I actually enjoy Smallville now more now it's not on TV. Like, the show's ass. And this could have been a kick-ass Batman show, but instead we get some boring-ass cop drama, which is really a show about Jim Gordon saving the day every episode, which after a while can get really boring because he's a boring-ass character. There's nothing you could possibly do to make him interesting. Nothing. Nothing. It's how he's written. It's how it's always freaking been. That's how it's always going to freaking be. It's never any different in the movies either. It's like no one gives a damn about Jim Gordon. No. No one. There's one thing I want to touch upon while I'm doing this rant video for this journal entry. Was missed opportunity for this show. You know, in the pilot, like the first 2 minutes of the freaking show they kill the Waynes, that was freaking ridiculous. I mean, for a movie, okay, you want to get to Batman, but for a TV show that's set in that time period, where Wayne's a little freaking kid, don't you think it would be interesting to see a little bit of development with his parents for once? I mean, come on. Don't learn anything about the freaking Waynes. The comics got Earth One stuff where his father's running for mayor or some shit. But other than that, you know nothing about his freaking parents. Nothing. They just get shot, and that's freaking it. It's like, why the hell should I even give a shit about when his parents die? Because I have no connection with them. Nothing. So that's one thing I was looking forward to with this show. Maybe they'll do like a Smallville thing where Thomas Martha Wayne are in the show for like a season or 2. Then you kill them off. Build them up. Build up Wayne's characters so we access them to freaking development. And then kill their asses off. Don't have like 30 seconds of the bastards and kill them off. And expect me to give a damn. You're like, am I preaching to the choir here or something? Because, like, think what you want, but deep down you know I'm making some kind of sense here. It's freaking ridiculous. And then the next freaking scene, you see Jim Gordon's dumbass. It's like, oh, I'm Jim Gordon, and I'm going to save the city somehow. I don't know how, but I'm going to do it. good luck with that, Jimbo. Boring ass character, man, I swear. And I tried, man. I really tried to watch the show. I really did. But I just can't. I'm too big of a freaking Batman fan to give a damn about a boring ass freaking cop drama with such shit set in the Batman universe with no freaking Batman. I heard he hasn't even found the damn Batcave yet. You're like halfway through the first season. Come on, man. He would have found it already. He found that shit when he was like 8 years old. That's how he is now. We're gonna wait till he's like a teenager to find the freaking Batcave. Shitheads. If I was writing this show, oh man. If I was writing this show, there would be no Jim Gordon in the spotlight. That's for damn sure. I mean, it is interesting to see stuff from a different perspective, but if you're gonna do that, do it from a perspective of someone people actually give a shit about. Not Gordon. He's never been that special. He's never gonna be that special because no one cares. Hardcore Batman fan right here. Grew up with the animated series. Have all the games. Play the good ones anyway. Watched all the little freaking movies. Not one of them focuses on Jim Gordon in the spotlight. Not one. You make an argument for Dark Knight Rises because Batman's not even really present in that movie, but still, he's barely in there too. Because it's a freaking Batman movie, not Jim Gordon and Friends. It's like if someone made a show about Detective freaking Lance and Arrow. Who the hell would watch that? Not me. I mean, I stopped watching Arrow as it is because the movie's a pile of crap this season. It's nothing more than Dark Knight Rises at this freaking point. It's not even Green Arrow anymore. It ceased being Green Arrow the moment they embraced Ra's al Ghul. That's the moment this show became Dark Knight Rises Jr. That's it. It's not even a Green Arrow anymore. They might as well change the title sequence at some point because only Arrow they're just lying to themselves. It's that ridiculous. It's one of the reasons why I just stopped watching. It's like there's no point in watching this shit anymore. It's like they kill a freaking Oliver Queen, threw his ass off a freaking cliff with multiple freaking knife wounds, by the way, and somehow his ass didn't die. I refuse to believe that shit. Doesn't make any damn sense. He just nursed back to health with some magic plants and some shit. And all of a sudden, when Malcolm Rowan got this brick guy beaten to a friggin' pulp, he's got the gun pointed at his freaking head. Doesn't shoot him for some reason. All of a sudden, Oliver's ass shows up. It's like, what the F? Wasn't your ass just running halfway around the world 2 minutes ago? How did he get there so damn fast? In costume, no less. The girl's talking about he needs to recover and shit, and all of a sudden he's in freaking Star City in like 2 minutes. That's the moment this shit became Dark Knight Rises. The same crap happened in the freaking movie. Wayne's in some kind of prison in Egypt or something, and like the next freaking scene his ass is in Gotham. With no money, by the way. This guy's broke at this point. So is Queen. He's broke. How do you get to freaking Star City so damn fast? The TV sucks these days, man. I freaking miss the 90s, you know? The 90s had some good shit going for it. Freaking Power Rangers, Ninja Turtles, Rocket Power, Rugrats, Hey Arnold, Ed and Eddie, Dexter's Laboratory, Johnny Bravo, all that shit. I watched all of it. These days, you're lucky if something stayed on the air for more than a freaking season. Don't get me started in the freaking movies. Age of Ultron, more like Tony Stark and Friends. Because I can predict what's going to happen in that freaking movie. And honestly, it's just a freaking Tony Stark show. The other Avengers don't even freaking matter. They don't get any screen time. Thor's gonna get his ass whipped by Ultron, a freaking robot, for Christ's sake. A freaking robot. Thor, a freaking god, is gonna get his ass whipped by a freaking robot. I read the comic, but in the movie, there's no freaking reason why Thor can't whoop his ass. I mean, like, we're talking about Thor here, man. Whoop his freaking ass. Like, stop holding his ass back, man. He's a freaking god of thunder. Shit. Getting tired of all these superpowered beings being treated like crap in the movies. Just no reason for it. And he gets his ass whooped in his own movies too. Freaking Malekith whooped his ass. The stupid dark elf guy. Curse beat the shit out of him. Loki beat the shit out of him. Like, the first movie was like your regular ass dude flipping burgers and shit. Like, is he working at McDonald's now? Like, is this freaking Thor or Ronald McDonald? I can't freaking tell anymore. Jesus. Yeah, origin, okay, whatever. But shouldn't have lasted more than a couple of minutes, him on Earth. Man, they dragged the shit out the whole freaking movie. It's ridiculous. I haven't watched that piece of crap movie since. The second one is like, ugh, come on, man. Can you give me Thor the way he's supposed to freaking be? God, no. But the one good thing we talked about tonight, very briefly, Amy Pascal finally left. I think I mentioned this in my other video. But her ass is finally gone. Thank freaking God. Already Rad told us to step down permanently. Everybody knows he doesn't know what the hell he's doing anymore. He needs to freaking retire for his own safety and for the sake of my sanity. He needs to freaking go. Get rid of him. Get Spider-Man back to freaking Marvel, because they actually know what the hell they're doing, unlike Sony. Get Garfield back in the mask, in the costume. Rewrite a couple of things and just have him be the established Spider-Man in the Marvel Universe. There's no reason to recast Spider-Man when he has been established already in the movies. Make your own movies if you want to, but keep Andrew Garfield because he's actually passionate about the freaking character. The last thing we need is another Tobey Maguire fiasco, because Lord knows he couldn't act for shit. So. Like, maybe when I was a kid I liked those movies, but looking back, they're cheesy. They're cheesier than Power Rangers, man. They're almost as bad as that. That's how bad it is. It's pretty freaking cheesy. Agent Spider-Man 2 is probably going to be up there for a while now. I mean, some people hate it, other people love it. I freaking loved it. But what you gonna do, you know? Like Gotham. Back to my Gotham rant. I don't know, if you're a hardcore Batman fan, don't waste your time with this show. Like, really, don't. It's not worth the aggravation, it's not worth your aggravation or your time. Sit down and watch a boring ass show that's not gonna go anywhere anytime soon. There's no freaking direction, man. They got all this crime drama shit going on. Alright. But when it comes down to the Gordon stuff, it's like the same shit every week. You know, like they got that Electro guy, Electro Shukner or something. And it's freaking cop procedure when you go into a dangerous freaking situation to bring backup. This dumbass goes in by himself, thinking he's James Bond or something. I'm like, are you stupid? Like, what if it wasn't so easy to defeat the electrocutioner guy? Who would have gotten freaking killed? I mean, part of me would have hoped he would have gotten his ass with at least. Like, you know, he goes in by himself, thinking he's something special. Now, that pissed me freaking off. I'm like, all right, just fuck this show, man. Really. That's when I just got really, really done with this shit. Because, like, he's not freaking Batman, all right? I'm trying to write him as this freaking Batman wannabe show. And it's freaking ridiculous. He's not Batman. Stop writing him like he's Batman wannabe or something. And that's one of the main reasons why I just stopped watching the show. It's ridiculous. The writing is preposterous. The acting is kind of bland. And did I mention they got most of Batman villains on the show before Batman even exists? And I heard that the freaking Joker's been confirmed, which just makes it even worse. Even less of a reason to watch. Once you confirm the Joker, all bets are freaking off. There's no freaking point to watching. Batman's a little freaking kid. You don't freaking bring the Joker in a freaking show like this without Batman. Because the Joker doesn't exist without freaking Batman. It's like, stop toying with people, man. I feel bad for people who still watch this show because if Smallville is an indication of anything, you're going to be in for one wild ride. Personally, I don't really feel like being part of that roller coaster. This is why I just checked out already. I don't miss the show at all. It's like you forget it even exists after a while. It's like, oh yeah, that show. This piece of shit show is not Batman. Oh yeah. How could I forget? Oh, bad. I mean, I've watched better shows back in 1990, man. It's how pathetic TV is these days. I might be done with TV for a while because there's nothing worth watching on TV anymore. Maybe The Flash or Agent Carter. That's like 2 freaking shows. There's tons of other shows out there that I don't really care for. I only watch certain genres on TV. But I mean, we got some new superhero shows coming later in the fall. But it's like later down the freaking line. Right now, Arrow's a piece of shit. Gotham is ass. Flash is okay. Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. is getting better. But I'm not holding my breath for that show either because I've been let down with that show before. Especially if you watch season 1. It's horrible. Ugh. They got a freaking Krypton show coming. It's not a Superman show. No, heaven forbid to make a Superman show. Because that would be terrible, right? Have you seen Lois and Clark? The show was freaking amazing. That was in the 90s. It's freaking amazing. Yo, look, Superman. Clark Kent. Superman actually wearing a costume, not running around in a stupid jacket. Wearing the same damn jacket that he wears to friggin' Daily Planet to his college or whatever, like Clark did in friggin' Smallville. I still don't know how he got away with that. It's like, do people not recognize this kid wearing the same shit he wears that this blower guy wears? Like, come on. Like, I started watching Smallville a little later than most other people. So I really didn't watch it the whole 10 years, but it was at least 5 to 6 years I watched that show. I think I really started catching up by like season 4 or 5. So I was like from 5 forward. I was watching on TV. And now it's in the comic books now, which I have. I clipped all of them so far. Comics are actually better than the actual show. Of course, in the comic book, they got Batman in there. Don't have him on the show for some reason. I don't understand why people are so afraid of having Batman on TV. It's been done before. It's not like it's impossible. Or you need some good freaking writers. Sadly, Gotham doesn't have that privilege of having good writers. Because they'd rather make Jim Gordon a Batman wannabe character instead of actually making him what he is, which is a cop. A good cop, yes. But he's not Batman. It's totally different. Totally freaking different. He's a good cop. He's a good man. He's not freaking Batman, though. Totally different. Which people clearly don't understand. It's like my old man is always like, oh, yeah, except for what it is, son. I'm like, shut up. The last time I checked, you were not even a hardcore Batman fan at all. Old ass was watching this freaking 60s show. And you were a dumb kid. Stupid. Tell me shit for what it is. I know what it freaking is. Why do you think I'm not watching it? Dumbass. I get on my nerves when people say, oh, yeah, accept it for what it is. Yeah, okay. How about you do that and I'll be more realistic? I'm always right in the end. Doesn't matter what the topic is, I'm usually right in the end. 9 times out of 10, because I use my logic and not whatever sense you of the people you're using when you watch these shitty shows. It's a waste of freaking time. You can go on and on about the reasons why the show sucks, but it's freaking impossible for hardcore Batman fans to actually sit down for an hour every Monday night and watch a piece of crap show about an average cop and his one-man crusade fighting the Riddler and the Penguin. It's like, gee, where the hell's Batman? Don't you think people are going to be wondering that watching the damn show? It's like making a show about the Green Goblin or something. Don't you think you're going to wonder where Spider-Man is? Because people actually want to see Spider-Man out there for Green freaking Goblin. You could say that Arrow is a Batman show, but it doesn't freaking count. Because he's Green Arrow. He's supposed to be Green Arrow. But he's nothing like Green freaking Arrow. These retarded writers. Make him like the freaking Batman, and they try to make the Flash like Superman. That stupid crossover shit. That's why I didn't like it. It's like, can you make him like he's supposed to be in the freaking comics? Give him his damn goatee and the mask and all that other shit. And leave Superman to Superman stuff, right? The Flash is not Superman. Green Arrow is not freaking Batman. Jeez. Annoys the shit out of me. Well, that concludes my rant for tonight. Until next time, Peter Parker signing off.